Once upon a time, there was a little spiny beetle who was curious why his spikes were only on his back. He decided to go and ask his science teacher. The little spiny beetle's science teacher was happy to help and explained to him that it was because of something in genetics called a developmental pathway. The science teacher showed the little spiny beetle the hypothetical developmental network for spiny beetles. He explained that mutating any of the genes or gene products in the pathway would affect whether or not the spikes were produced. The science teacher showed the little spiny beetle 4 examples of this. He said, if the P gene is removed, then it cannot create I. If there is no I, then there is nothing to block K, so K can block E from making spikes, and no spikes will be produced. Wow, that makes a lot of sense, said the little spiny beetle. Now, said the science teacher, if we remove I this time, again there is nothing to block K, so K is able to block E, and E will not be able to make the spikes. If both I and E are removed, then we won't have I to block K from blocking E. However, we still need E to make the spikes, so if we remove E, once again, no spikes are made. That makes a lot of sense, said the little spiny beetle, but how can we use the pathway to make spikes? Well, said the science teacher, if both S and K are removed, then there is no S to make P. If we don't make P, then we can't make I, so there is nothing to block K. We also don't have K, so there is nothing to block E, and thus E can make spikes. I get it now, said the little spiny beetle. One more question. Why don't all of the cells have spikes like in the last example? Good question, said the science teacher. All cells in your body have the same genes, but we get different results depending on which ones are expressed or turned on. Your ectoderm makes up your exoskeleton and brain. It'd be useless for our brains to have spikes, so that's a time when the genes that cause spikes wouldn't be expressed. But the spikes on our backs protect us from predators, so those genes for spikes are expressed there. Wow, that's so cool, said the little spiny beetle. Thank you for teaching me. The end.